Looking for a provider who puts your health first? SIU Family Medicine is accepting new patients. Call 217-735-2317 today to schedule your first appointment. That's 217-735-2317. SIU Medicine, forward for you.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Here's Matt Hart, owner of the Hart Media Group in Clinton.
It's been great. You and Ben and the entire team are doing a great job. And we're just continuing on serving the local community, right? This is what this is all about. We're here to serve our local community. We're here to tell the local stories. We're here to cover the news. So nothing in that regard is changing. Our goal is connecting people. And that's our tagline at Hart Media Group. It's connecting people.
Hart purchased the Miller Media Group in August of 2025 and looks forward to serving the community for years to come.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Joey Long is the director of the DeWitt County Museum and C.H. Moore Homestead in studio with us. Hi, Joey. How are you?
I'm good this morning.
You're getting close to another season at the Homestead. How you feeling? Are you ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Well, let's dive into it. Homestead reopening April 1. What do we need to know, Joey?
Well, April 1st, as you know, is the opening day.
I thought you were going to say the official, like, April Fool's Day.
Sometimes I like to make the joke that it's no kidding.
Yeah.
We really do open for the season on April 1st. So that's when we throw the doors open for another season. And so we are open 6 days a week. We offer daily tours from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Sure.
And 1 to 5 p.m. on Sundays.
Okay. Doing anything special for your opening of the season this year?
This year, nothing on April 1st, but the first big event that we have scheduled, and with this being the 250, we have a lot of events scheduled this year. We're really making this into a community celebration. Mm-hmm. So the first event will be, it's pretty neat. We have Mr. Moore's piano that dates to the 1880s. It's not been in playable condition for many, many decades, possibly a century. We don't know. And someone's working on restoring that. So at the end of April, we plan on having be like an open house, serving wine and cheese and whatnot. And we'll have a pianist bringing that old piano to life.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. What kind of music are we going to be playing with this?
I don't know what she's going to select.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be interesting too. And so that'll be the reawakening of our Steinway. But we hope at Christmas time when we have our candlelight tours, one evening we'll have the pianist playing the piano, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of other opportunities for people to come and enjoy that. But I would say the most special time is going to be this April event where it's the first time that the piano is played.
So has this piano always been in the possession of the Homestead? It's just not been playable?
It's always, I'm going to take it farther back than that. So we know that the piano did belong to Mr. Moore and his second wife, Rose. And it dates to the 1880s, which would be about the time when Mr. Moore purchased the home that we now know as the museum and the Homestead. So all of that, figures out. Now, there was a long period of time after Mr. Moore's passing and after the passing of his widow, when that property being Mr. Moore's home, the furnishings.
Now, is this the home that you're in, or is this his home outside of town?
The home that we're in.
Okay.
All of that was in his trust. And so there was a time when that piano at one point was put into storage. So it was in storage for a very long time, along with other things that were a part of the trust, artwork, furnishings, all kinds of things like that. Because it was part of the trust, these things could not be sold. Then when the Museum Association took occupancy of the house and were restoring it, they had the luxury of restore the music room and go get the actual piano that had always been in it and bring it back. So I would say maybe the piano's been back probably since the late 60s or early 70s,
Cool.
but it's just sat there silent.
So we don't really know what happened to it in between those years then. I mean, in terms of its use, its condition, all those things. I mean, we know what we got it, the condition we got it back in, but how it got there, basically. Yeah. Interesting. That's really cool. You were able to reacquire it though.
That is one of the nice things about when they were able to restore the museum. You can go to historic house museums and nothing is original to the original occupants, or just a few pieces. But yeah, the Museum Association had the luxury of restore a room and then go bring his desk back, put the library table back where it was. And in the very early days of this, or I'll say the earlier days of this, one of Mr. Moore's granddaughters was still living. Well, she spent time in that home under their roof, which at the time it was her grandfather's roof, when she was a little girl. So she could come in and say, the piano was there, the library table was there, his desk was on that wall. So not only having the original furnishings, but knowing how to arrange that the way that the Moores lived.
What a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Does he have any descendants still
Mr.
with?
Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. They're scattered. No more direct descendants, living in DeWitt County. But yes, he does still have descendants. Yes.
Do you hear from them? Do they come back at all?
There's one who, her name is Mary. She lives in New England, and she comes back a few times a year, and she and I, keep touch, and it's always a pleasure to talk to her. She'll come and visit the house, and maybe I can tell her a little bit about, her family history or family stories that, that she didn't know.
You probably know as much about that as she does, if not more.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, her mother was very supportive of the museum throughout the years. She's deceased now, but if I have a question about something, things that might have taken place, after the Museum Association took possession of the house and were, creating this museum, sometimes I can ask her, and she will remember her mother, talking about that or whatever. She can kind of fill in some things for me too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I really sidetracked us there, Joey. Sorry about that. Joey Long, director of the DeWitt County Museum. C.H. Moore Homestead is my guest in studio this morning. We talked the reopening of the museum coming up starting April 1st, a new season. You were talking about an event with a pianist for the restored piano. The when and where on that, please.
Oh, that is, I believe it's April 27th, and it will be an afternoon event, I believe, 3 to 5. And it's free and open to all.
It's a Monday. Does that sound right?
Oh, no, I don't. No.
Is the 25th sound right?
April
26th. It's 25th is a Saturday. 26th is a Sunday.
It's a Sunday afternoon.
So
I know
that'd
that.
be 26th. 26th, 3 to 5 at the museum.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Anything else, Joey, on the calendar of events with the new season you'd like to highlight?
There's so much. Okay. Well, we talked a little bit, I believe, last month about having Mr. Fraker back. So Guy Fraker is a Lincoln historian and author. He's published many scholarly works on Lincoln, and he's also a very dear friend of mine and a member of the DeWitt County Museum Association. So he will be coming back to the museum in May, and that'll be May 3rd at 1:30 in the Carriage Barn. And this presentation is called Lincoln and the Light of the Declaration of Independence. Kind of a presentation in regards to Abraham Lincoln's reverence for that document and the men who created it, and how his respect for that document and the men that created it kind of, served to help him through some of our darkest times. So that'll be a very interesting event. So that's coming up in May. And then we have another book signing that's going to take place at the museum this year. The title of the book is Images of America, DeWitt County, So this is one of those Arcadia publishing books. I'm sure everybody's seen them. They take different counties, towns, and whatnot, and collect up the photographs and then create a book about that. So this is being published by Arcadia Publishing. It was written by a lady by the name of Maureen Holtz. And a lot of the images that Maureen used in the book were images that are from the museum's collection. And so we're inviting her in to do a book signing. That's going to be on Sunday, June 7th at 1:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to discuss the different photographs, tell the story behind them, how she selected them.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, she was thinking of doing a book on just Clinton, but Clinton has so few images compared to other towns. And so I encouraged her, why don't you do all of DeWitt County? Then that would give you, it'd give Waynesville and Farmer City and Weldon, all these other places, a chance to be in the spotlight as well. So she did take that and ran with it. So in her presentation, in her words, she's going to include some slices of history from Clinton, Farmer City, Wapella, Waynesville, Kinney, Hallsville, Weldon, and Weldon Springs.
Nice.
So we're really excited about that. Have her there for the presentation and book signing. Now, the book is set to come out. It was April 28th.
Mm-hmm.
So the event takes place in June.
Mm-hmm.
We at the museum, at the gift shop, are going to carry that book.
Mm-hmm.
So you can come in and get one. But we're also going to be taking pre-orders to guarantee that you have a book for the book signing.
Mm-hmm.
So once we open April 1st, anyone is welcome to come by the museum to, place their order and pay for the book. Or we can do that, with a credit card.
Mm-hmm.
And we can either hold the book at the museum
Mm-hmm.
and you can pick it up at the door when you come to the book signing,
Mm-hmm.
or you're welcome to come and pick it up when they come in, or or whenever it's
Mm-hmm.
convenient for you.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to give people this opportunity. I know people who attend the book signing are probably going to want a book for themselves, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe a book for a family member or friend, because this is the opportunity to get it signed. And yes, you may be able to order the book on Amazon or whatever, but if you order it directly from the museum, then you're helping the museum
Mm-hmm.
and saving yourself shipping costs.
There you go. So buy it at the museum then.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
good. Nice. Awesome. And again, her book signing event is June 7th. Is that right?
Yeah. So it's Sunday, June 7th at 1:30 p.m. in the Carriage Barn.
All
Another
right.
free event.
That'll be cool to see how she puts it together and all those things. Is that
Yeah.
available now by chance?
The book?
The book, yeah.
No, it doesn't come out until April 28th is when
You
the
might have said
release
that.
date is for
I
the
apologize
book.
for
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So we should have them at the museum a couple of days before that, but I don't believe we're allowed to sell them until that April 28th.
Got it.
date.
Sure. Very nice. Well, Joey, on that note, how do folks follow along with the DeWitt County Museum, C.H. Moore Homestead, and all the things you've got going on?
Well, they can follow us on Facebook. You'll find it under C.H. Moore Homestead and DeWitt County Museum. We keep our website updated, and that is chmoorehomestead.org. Or once we're open, they can just stop by and check in with us and
Very nice.
fill them in.
Wonderful stuff. Joey Long, director of the DeWitt County Museum, C.H. Moore Homestead, my guest in studio. More to come with Joey on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
AgriTalk is the radio talk show for American agriculture. Hi, everybody. I'm Chip Flory, your host. We join you weekday mornings from 10 until 11 on WHOW, on AM and FM, and on the WHOW streams. We provide farmers and ranchers with timely insights and information aimed at improving their operations. Join me, Chip Flory, weekdays at 10:06 on Central Illinois Ag Station, WHOW.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, The Helpful Place, at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
Hey everyone, Paul Scarron here, CEO of Warner Hospital. Spring in Central Illinois is beautiful, unless allergies are slowing you down. If you're dealing with sneezing, congestion, itchy eyes, or sinus pressure, our experienced providers at Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton are here to help. We offer fast, personalized treatment to get you breathing easier and feeling better. Don't let allergies take over your spring. Call or visit us today. Warner Hospital and Health Services, quality care right here, right now.
Scott Baum here from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. Search our big selection of pre-owned cars and trucks by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Joey Long, director of the DeWitt County Museum, C.H. Moore Homestead, in studio with us today. Joey, a funny story about a postcard you got from LaSalle County, you said?
Yes.
Tell me this story. What's going on here?
Well, this story is showing up in our newsletter that's coming out. I always pick a few artifacts of interest to put a little article in the newsletter. And I felt that this artifact was definitely of interest. Apparently, you agreed with me.
This is so funny. This is so funny.
So often museums, historical societies and whatnot, and in their collection, they may have something in their collection that doesn't really pertain to that area, that county, that town. And we try to then place them with a museum or society, where it should go. Send things closer to home.
Right.
So a few months ago, the LaSalle County Historical Society in Utica, some nice volunteer, sent me an email, very nice, and they were offering a trade card. And they told me the company that it was for, and they told me that the address printed on the card was 116 Chicken Row. Oh, Chicken Row is not an actual place, but a lot of listeners from around Clinton probably know what Chicken Row was. It was a small court off of the square that spanned between Clinton's Public Square and Monroe Street. This was saloon culture. This was rough living. This is where mothers did not allow their children to walk. But it's a part of our history, right? And ironically, the correct name of that court is Moore Court, named for my C.H. Moore, but infamously known as Chicken Row. So this person was very kind and offered to scan the front and the back of the trade card so I could decide whether or not we thought that we would like to include it in the museum's collection. And I said, responded back, no, you don't have to go to that trouble. Not at all. I've never known of something that had Chicken Row printed on it as an address. We would be delighted to have the card. So the card came in the mail. I opened the envelope, and the front of the card says Cackley and Kammeyer, fine imported and domestic wines, liquor, cigars. It lists the owners, Clinton, Illinois, and it gives the address of 115 Chicken Row. Neat. I flipped the card over, and on the flip side, there's a rather bawdy cartoon illustration of a man and a lady probably doing things they shouldn't be doing, but it's mostly concealed by an umbrella. And I was like, oh, so this is why they offered to scan that to see whether or not I would want to include it in the news or in the collection. So I was quite shocked. I just tucked it back in. And apparently this cartoon was on the back of it as an incentive for people to drink a certain brand of whiskey. according to the wording on the card.
Really?
So I do feature that advertising card in the newsletter this month. There is only a picture of the front side of the card. Now,
thank you for sparing folks of that.
Yes. So this little faded card is definitely a very colorful, thing that we have in our collection now. But it's interesting. So trade cards like this one were often used by businesses and to advertise their goods or their services and whatnot. It's interesting to think that trade card started, at Cackley and Canmeyer on Chicken Row. Somebody slipped it into their pocket, and eventually over the years, somehow it made it into a box of things that made their way to the Historical Society. And now it's made its way back here to Clinton. It's really neat to think about. And, we have to understand that the history of our town and our county, there were different sides to it. So Chicken Row was a place where like the railroaders and the people, the travelers on the railroad and some of the locals as well would go, to unwind and enjoy a drink or two. And I think it's important.
Where was this at in Clinton?
Oh, so Chicken Row was a little court that spanned from the public square in Clinton's public square to Monroe Street. So you have like a lot of little bars and like pool halls and whatnot. A lot of those buildings are gone now. Some of them are still there, but it was, it was infamous. In fact, the Woodward fountain, the granite fountain that's on the square, it's a water fountain that was put in the late 1800s. That was actually put there so that children could get a drink from that water fountain instead of like going down that direction.
Spare them of that.
Children were warned, you don't walk down there. Young ladies did not walk down there. It was a pretty infamous spot. But while we, as historians, we often feature home life and whatnot in churches and this and that. There were two sides to our society, and we should preserve both.
Joey, always good to catch you. You've got a plethora of events we didn't get to today. How do folks find those?
Sure, they can find them on our Facebook page, our website. Give us a call. Keep an eye out.
Very good. Joey Long, director of the DeWitt County Museum. C.H. Moore Homestead, my guest. Network News is now.
WHOW.